Hi, it's Janine here. I am here today to show you a lovely layout that I'll be making up using the beautiful July kits, which have Stamperia's Master of Magic range. I just love the colours in this kit, so I was very inspired to use it. Anyway, let's get starting with this simple layout that I'm going to do. I've already gutted all my cardstock, so it's all pre-cut just to make things a bit quicker. So I'm just going to put the tape on the back of this one. I'm just going to layer it up. It's a layout of squares. I don't always put my tape right on the edges just in case I decide I want to tuck something in underneath. So I'm just going to do that quickly. So first layer, I'm just going to pop that on there like that. It's pretty even, I think. Yeah, that was the side I stuck down, I think. Okay, that's my first one. Right, so this floral piece was cut to 11.5 by 11.5. And then next I have another black piece of cardstock, which I've gutted from the center of the original layout. I don't usually gut my cardstock, I don't usually like doing that, but on this occasion, have I got that tape right? I think I'm going to have to put that tape. No, that tape isn't going to reach, is it? So I'm going to have to put this one on the edge. But that's okay, because I'm not planning on tucking anything in. So the cardstock is Uniquely Creative's black cardstock called Shadow. You get a sheet of it in our kit. So I think that looks okay. Hopefully that's not squint. So the Uniquely Creative cardstock is, as you can see, it's not a solid core cardstock, it's white inside, but it's a really thick cardstock. So it's quite good for more mixed media layouts, things like that. Okay, so that black one was cut to 8¼ inches square. And then my last floral piece. So I've got the pattern continuing on. Okay, so I'll just put that there. Right, that's pretty good. And there is the base of my layout. Okay, I think that's really pretty. Now I've got my photo mat. So my photo mat is 4.5 by 4.5 roughly, and a photo of my lovely kitty cat. Okay, so I'm going to stick this onto my photo mat. Out there will do. There we go. And I'll put some tape on the back. So I'm using 1/4 inch score tape. I love score tape because it's, as you can see, very easy to tear. It's permanent. But if you want something which isn't quite so permanent, you can always put a bit of like Pret stick or something that gives you a bit of move time, and then once it's dried, it's permanent. Okay, so we'll stick kitty cat there. Okay. There we go. I have just realized I have made a mistake, but I will sort that out. Okay, so my mistake was I was supposed to put the lace underneath, but I am just going to put it here like this around the edge. See, no mistakes ever, is there? So I'm just cutting the lace, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. A little bit fiddly, but we will get there. Okay, so the glue dries clear, which is good, so it doesn't matter if a little bit squishes out here and there. Right, so continuing on with the lace. So there to there. Okay. I'm just using the Nouveau glue. I don't actually use a lot of wet glue personally, I use more the tape, but for things like this and for flowers, yeah, I do use a wet glue. Just because it's quicker and holds everything in place. So I think I'll cut that to there. Okay. So that's it coming together. Now I'm going to do a title. So I have this title, Paw Prints on My Heart. It's a Dusty Attic chipboard one. It comes with a little heart in it as well. So I'm just going to ink them black just to keep it quite neutral. Nearly got it all. Okay. I'm going to stick that on the side there like that. And the heart, I'm not sure where I'll put the heart yet. But I'm just going to show you some of the embellishments I've done. So you get some roses in your kit. They're white. I have sprayed my roses, and I have actually done a few more just to give myself a bigger flower cluster. So I have sprayed them. I have used a little jar of Mr. Bottle of water and added in a little bit of the Seedless Preserves Distress Spray Stain, just to give it the colour that I wanted to match the paper. That was it when I put it on without diluting it with water, and it's still okay. But it was obviously much darker, and I wanted them slightly lighter. I do still quite like that though, so I might still use it. But yeah, so let me get them ready. And then the other thing I wanted to show you as well, I had some of these Dusty Attic little rose leaves, the yellow ones with the purple tips, but they were a bit of the wrong colour for me. So I have just used Distress ink, Iced Spruce Distress ink, and I've already done some just to save time. I've just used my sponge dauber, my finger dauber, and just changed the colour of them. As you can see, they're quite dark when they're just done, but they lighten up. And the colour goes really well with the paper, I think. I quite like them because I don't know if you can see that, you still get a little bit of the purple tip on it, which is quite nice. Just helps bring everything together. Okay, so that is them. Right, so now I'm going to create my embellishment cluster. I think I'll just stick that down first. Okay, so I'm using 3D gloss gel to stick down my Dusty Attic chipboard. I always use 3D gloss gel for my chippies. Again, don't worry if it squishes out because it dries clear. So right. So I think I'll stick that. Got a bit too much glue there too, but about there, I think. Okay. And then, okay, my little flower cluster. So how am I going to arrange these? Okay, I think that, do them a little bit looser. Maybe something like that, I think. A nice big dollop of it, because you don't want it to come off. Sometimes I use little glue dots as well for flowers because they're obviously instant stick, which is good. And the wee one. Okay, now I'm going to try and put some of these leaves in. At least with using the wet glue, it gives me a little bit of time so I can lift the leaves, which is good. Sorry, lift the roses, I mean. that one. Just bring it together a bit more, I think. Okay, I've got a couple of these swirl stickers from the Sticko sheet that was included in the kit. So I was going to put these up the top here. Actually, I think I was only going to do 2. Yeah, these are quite nice, these stickers, I quite like them. Like that. I think I'm going to use a couple of glue dots for these flowers, just for something different. These little green stems, you can also just twist them if you want. You can twist them around, yeah, like a paintbrush or something. I might just use my compass actually, and they give you just a nice little tendril coming off for something a bit different. So that one. Actually, I might just stick this wee leaf there. I've got one leaf left, so I'll stick that up there, I think. Just going to take that one off, pop that there like that. Okay, so that's on, and now I've just got my other wee heart. When I put it up there, yeah, I think that looks quite nice up there. So another bit of actually that, I might use this glue because this one is actually dripping out, so I'll just use it up. Okay, and I'm going to just tuck it in up there. Okay, and that's my layout. I hope you've enjoyed the process, and if you've got one of these kits, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Okay, until next time, bye.